I'm standing on the front porch of our home in the northern suburbs of Chicago. NBC allowed me to work from home and also gave me the freedom to do whatever story I wanted. It was my choice. And what I chose to do surprised a lot of people in the TV news business.
They were surprised because, if given the choice, most reporters would opt to go where big news was breaking and not in the opposite direction, where I went, and where, when taking the time to look closely, the biggest story imaginable would come into view. The story of life. The story of who we are and what is possible when the realization hits that we are all in this together.
The best stories ever told were put in the sky. And if you really want to immortalize your heroes and the important morals of a culture and to say, to the next generation who we are and what it means to be us, you put that story in the sky.
Oh, if you ain't been to nobody, baby, what I'm talking about. Hey, man, now.
I did over 1,000 stories during my time at NBC, learning something of value or becoming inspired by the actions of everyday people met along the way.
The real inventors don't travel the highway, they break off, make their own highway.
In my travels, I have come to realize that everybody has a story.
I love the older age because I know that my life has been a good one.
Let's see you later, Brother Randy. Good to see you again. Nice meeting you. Nice ladies. Hey, Max.
Everybody has insight.
I treat all customers the same.
Yep.
Respect and dignity.
We are all challenged by something. We all have obstacles to overcome.
When you go to bed at night, you just thank your lucky stars of all the things that have happened. You don't say, I can't really see where missing 5 fingers is going to be an even trade-off for all that.
There were other big-name performers and big-time events that drew my occasional interest. The spotlight is always brighter when the rich and famous are involved. But my line of questioning always remained rooted to the same basic issues and quandaries faced by all of us. To the great world-traveling Pavarotti, I asked about the trade-off between honoring one's artistic gift and honoring one's family.
Did you ever for one moment think, gee, maybe I should stay home and forget about the profession?
It's too important. I'm sorry. It's too important. The music is really something too important. I don't want to say that I put the music before the family, but it's a decision. Then when you take this decision at the beginning, and God is so good to help you to have this kind of career, I think it would be crazy to give up for something. Then it becomes too sentimental at that precise point. I think it's really an engagement you make with the audience.
It's a dilemma for all of us who have to travel to make a living, which I have been able to somewhat soften by occasionally traveling with my family, most notably on a 2004 cross-country RV journey that included my elderly and eccentric parents. The month-long adventure was chronicled on the Today Show, which led to a best-selling book and public television series.
Everything he has, he drips coffee. I'm buying him a bib up here.
I enjoy humor, usually at my expense.
Yeah.
Mary Farrell has a farm, E-I-E-I.
Oh! I also admire originality, even if it means trying to look and act like somebody else.
In 1990, I got the idea that we ought to link the Lincolns together.
I wouldn't have met any of these people or seen any of these places had I not purchased a Super 8 movie camera in 1969 with a desire to document life in a personal manner. Making home movies is more than a hobby for me. It's a life preserver, a way of holding on for dear life to all of those moments dear to myself, my wife, our 4 grown children, and 9 grandchildren. Kathy and I were married in 1970 and moved from suburban Chicago to Phoenix, where I tried out for a professional hockey team after playing 4 years of Division I hockey at Providence College. I didn't make the pro team and worked a variety of jobs while the family grew and the home movie camera kept rolling. A Phoenix television executive saw a few scenes of those movies and hired me as a TV news reporter. I was 31 years old with no journalism experience. 2 years later, NBC came calling, offering a job as a network correspondent with the option of living anywhere. We chose to return to the northern suburbs of Chicago, and here we are. I am 72 years old. I have been a janitor, construction worker, hockey player, salesman, and observer of life. I am still working out, still skating, still playing in our weekly front yard wiffle ball games, and still searching for more to see, more to celebrate. Why stop now when there is so much more to experience, so much more to share?
We did it. We did it again.